We understand what you mean, but you must have
So I shouldn't be
playfulness.
to want that.
The tongue action I'm thinking. So Lisa talk about food. Yeah.
Uh, what?
Wait.
I wait, wait, don't interrupt, don't interrupt.
Good.
Exactly. Don't interrupt she.
What I what?
But we have to get fun for sure, don't boy. Way.
At the absence of men
Yes, so we are
away from the
inside people.
woman. As I
It is
say,
a
you know,
real
most of the
soft
men are
life.
just sperm donors.
Enjoying that what you're sometimes you're at, you get so discouraged that you don't even want to do it anymore.
When do you draw the line?
When I know I'm wrong, Lion.
But you're never wrong, can you? Or you're never wrong.
No.
Or from whatever you did, I can't stop that.
But what if the man not feeling guilty?
These ladies could tear you apart. They come like you're walking that cave and there's only lion.
End up being out there. I was out there, I guess. I'm gonna put it that way. I don't wanna lie.
Being mature enough yet to do that complete leadership, but it doesn't mean that he's making less of a man. There will be homes where
Yes, and she is up. Alright, so we're inside. We are inside now. So, good evening, good night. We have Abby on the inside representing as usual. We have Sonali, the bottom there, on the inside. So, we are doing a part 2 to what women really want, because I think we're still creating the list. The list is being compiled. What women really want. So, everybody coming in, you all can place in the comment section, ladies, what it is you want. And men, you can maybe say what you think the ladies want, because I know sometimes you all are not so sure. So, Abby, you have anything to add to what it is you had last week in part 1? Because I know it was well rolling.
It was rolling.
Yeah.
And you know what? I haven't really put too much thought on that through the week. I have to get back to it, you know? Let me hear what the rest of the ladies to say, yeah.
Sonali, what you have to add this week to your long list of things, if you have a long list?
Actually, just like Abby, I didn't put any thought to it. That essentially it really wasn't to the forefront of my mind thinking of it. And I don't have a long list.
It's real short.
It is short. I'm a simple person.
Yeah. And myself.
Because you know something. So as you say, nobody thought about what it is they want. None of us did. Because I myself still even last week is sometimes we don't really put any too much thought into what it is we want. Yes, we know what we want, but to say to make a list of all the things that we want, or people will say women complicated and they can't please them. So wait is the one, they might say they want something now. So for example, you might ask them if they're hungry, you want something to eat, and then they will say no. And then when the man buy the food and come home with it, all of a sudden, they're hungry. So I sometimes it's like that, and then sometimes, okay, so another thing that I recognize too, so women may say, what I want an ambitious man, a hard-working man. Right, so you get that hard-working, ambitious man. And then you find the man working too much. So, good night, Andy. Good night. Where's this good night to one and all thing you're giving us here tonight? I wonder what this is about, boy. Abby, what happened during the week? Because I'm saying good night to the first lady, and these different things what happened during the week. What's this one? And what this went on? I understand, right? So I just asked. So I'm just asking you, if it is you say you want a hardworking, ambitious man, and the man is out there working, how much like quality time, do you think you will have actually with that man? Like physical time spent together. How much time you think you're going to get? How many hours for the week you think you're really going to get?
Well, first to begin, women wrong just to say they want a hardworking and ambitious man. That's the wrong thing to say. You could say that, yes, but to me, personally, I will add a man who can prioritize family time and quality time. I don't mind you're hardworking and you're ambitious, but learn how to prioritize too, because I could be hardworking and ambitious, and I could still prioritize my time with you and all of that. Because no man would want a woman who hardworking and don't have no time for him. I know when to stop and take 2 seconds and say, hi, love, good day, all of that. Or, to say, hey, I just want to spend time with you, cuddle with you, something. If it is to just sit down and watch a movie, yeah. To just spend a few minutes, no problem, and then you get back to work. But you don't just say you want a hardworking and ambitious man. You're setting up yourself to look like a fool and be angry by yourself.
Yes. So that's what we are seeing. A lot of angry women. So we go into the offshore men, all the servicemen, the ones who work triple, double shifts, right? Because people like the woman saying, right, like, yeah, man, he making the dollars, the bank account fat, right? And they like, and then they will hear. Right, the account money running.
Oh God.
And then we can spend it together. That's no fun.
You see how interesting this life is, boy? We're giving the ladies an opportunity to lay on the floor. Not like that. You know what you want? So that the guys who are, come in and around would have an idea of what the woman wants. And in the first answer we get with the lifestyle, yeah, if you have no mind, Listen, people, anything you do in life, this is what I would say. Anything you do in life that you need to be successful at, you don't know what you want. If you want to lose weight, you don't know exactly what you want. Right? You want a good man. If you can tell me 7 things that you want, you're ready for no man. Pick up yourself and the middle on the inside. Right? Because you have to know what you want. Because then you wouldn't know what to put out into the universe. That's why I don't say, you're broken. I started with that. Because I put it out into the universe, hey, I don't need broken girls, right? Some guys need it, I don't need it, right? So even if you have 3 things, so ladies, gents, boys and girls, whether it be man, woman or child, place in the comment section 3 things that you want. You have to know. It's not supposed to be a thought. Women who are serious about relationships, it shouldn't think, I know exactly why. I can tell her why I want the first 3 things off the top of my head. Sleeping, awake, drunk, in between sleep and wake. And no brokenness is one. So you have to know exactly what you want. So when you put it out into the universe, the universe could reciprocate. So that could be put it out there, put it in the universe. The main characteristic of your ideal man. 1.
Oh, you're listening.
Yeah, we know.
Well, you can take it clockwise and anti-clockwise.
Yeah, the characteristics. What are you looking for in the man?
I mean, of course, we want ambition. We want a lazy man sit down there. I get that. But he's willing to take time out of his busy schedule like Sonali said, and spend time with me, you know. I'm all right with you having what you have, and you know, but I still want to build something together. You might have yours, I might have mine, but we still have to come together and something from scratch. So who's willing to build? Who's willing to start over fresh and, you know, put everything aside and just let's build something together? Yeah. I don't know, something like that. Yeah.
So one is ambition. Two is someone who is willing to spend quality time, you know, take some time off, have that quality time. What is three? Do you have a number three?
Not at the minute. Not at the minute, no.
Not at the minute. All right. Sonali, what about you? What are your top three characteristics, or if you have more, just list them all.
A man who can prioritize, a man who's honest, a man who's funny, a man who's loving, hardworking, ambitious. Let me see. What's the word I'm looking for? Well, I stuck there at the moment.
Wow.
I call honest.
Yeah, you did.
I call loving.
Yes, you did.
A man who's intelligent, who understands
very articulate.
Yes, and a man who could chill and just be comfortable in a space with you. You're not on those sort of tiptoes and all of that and worrying. A man who know how to when to be serious, when to chill.
You know, what I've learned a lot from the women, all these smexy women, and I've learned a lot, you know, Abby, you know. It's good that, you know, fellas, it's always good to be around women. You learn a lot, fellas. You're right there, but you're right there, but advocate the sweat. So,
also.
So the real
I don't want to man.
So I want the real reason. I want the real reason now. So, ladies and gentlemen, we heard the politically correct answer. So, what's the real reason? What's the real want in man? Because I could get a 4'6" man that ambitious, loving, could prioritize, decent, loyal, all that jazz. And he's 4 foot.
And bald head.
And he's 4 foot 10. 4 foot 10.
I would like that.
4 foot 10, 112 pounds. Right?
Die nothing.
You should, Abby.
I'm gonna rub a belly.
Abby.
You say, Carrie, we didn't talk about physical characteristics, though. You didn't answer for that.
Let me say,
really.
What do you want?
I'm not into that, though.
What do you want? I talk about, I say, what you want?
No, what? Why should I hear characteristics?
It must have a physical. Come on.
Characteristic.
Come on.
Well, I think in personality. I wasn't thinking about physicalities.
I asked Shika a question some years ago. Let me tell you what I asked Shika some years ago. She all her personality, I think. So I said, Shika, the man has personality. He love it. He's straight. And he's 350 pounds. He say, hell.
Well, no.
Right?
I need to breathe.
Hell no.
I can't. I do not need.
I say he's loyal, good personality, ambitious, everything you want. The only thing wrong is he's 350 pounds. That's the only thing wrong with him. I got hell no.
Yes.
Weighing on that for me. So Sonali and Abby, I want to place that same and lady whoever listened to the live. So what ladies want?
What do you want?
So let's tell you. The guy could be what you ask for, which is honest, loyal, rah rah rah. You see a judge for.
And that is the reason why.
5'7". I just asking a question. Or let's tell him be. Are you down for that?
Let me say something. You see how you talk about speaking it out and play, knowing what you want? I know that I don't want any 350 pounds on top of me.
Right.
Because
So
then
what
I
I'm
will
saying,
cannot breathe.
right. So when you say
So
that, that's why
so I will say I want someone in a healthy weight.
Listen. That's why I
With
said,
six pack and your chisel.
what I'm saying, say what you want, because that is
Right.
when you put in, you see the universe is the Akashic recorded incarnate. So you have to be more precise you are. All those who the yoga people, right? So my boy Marshall told me, so you rather touch base. Right, so the Akashic record, you know, if you're dealing with the universal principles in life, you must be specific. It cannot be blanket. That is why I made that statement. Because if I'm asking you what you want in a man, what you want, the man, what you want, women, come on, give us it. It must encompass, if you're putting it into the universe, very specific scenario. It can't be so blanket that honest, loyal, hard working. That is blanket. That is not specific. When you be specific, we're talking about ethnic, color, eye, height, build. We're talking specific because the more specific you are when you put out into the universe open with good watering, yes, the better it is, it will come back to you. And I say with me, I expect I saw a loyal, understanding, decent woman. That could be a 400-pound woman.
So when you listen, just list everything.
Because remember, we're trying to get Abby, we're trying to put Abby in a nice nutshell. So we want, when Abby put this thing into the universe, we want to put Abby, the next guy come along, Abby, I want to be able to bring him on the live because we know, all right, this was what we put out into the universe now.
Is that,
You understand?
You have to throw the line with me. I to a point where outside appearance, you don't get everything in the same package, as far as I understand. You might try to, but there's some faults that you may not agree with and will be able to tolerate.
So you're willing to look over critical.
Yes.
Critical scenario.
The man with a bald head that I am taller than, I don't mind. I'll rub his head and rub his belly and give him a kiss. I don't mind going in the street and hold his hand or wheelchair. We're not pushing a wheelchair, but yeah. But physical, I'm not too keen on it. Whoever comes along with that personality and whatever, then I won't mind giving him a chance.
Andy!
Oh boy.
When I'm a partner and then I realize on my next live, what I'm to that's a Miami and all jump out of that. I ain't actually. What I'm to that's a Miami touching base too, so it have a lot of
Marquis, Abby, Marquis. I don't know if you remember. DJ Mad Mac.
Yeah.
So from Miami. So that people interfere. But as I said before, you know that I'm a soldier and anybody who run with the Hunters Association competitions with them. The thing. So and this saying was that pop. So Sonali, tell us. Is it, I could ask the ladies a question, is it that women want change very quickly as they go through life? That's a question. Place in the comment section.
Let's not repeat that again.
They want change quickly.
Does women want change? Let me say between when I was 18 to 25.
Well, they want. If they want.
And from 31 to 45. Does you guys want change in priority?
I would say yeah.
I
would say yeah. Now, your wants will change as you mature. Not as you grow or you're just changing age or whatever. As you mature, your wants will change. Your priorities will change.
And month to month.
I don't know about that.
Not so quickly.
Not so soon, yeah.
Not so
Not so
quickly.
soon.
Month to month, week to week, not so quickly.
So you never wanted a bag. You went into a store, a particular store. Let me say you went in one the food and you saw a piece of an item. Who could boy? Then you go back and then like it the next week. I just ask you. Trying to prove a point, eh? You know, it's always ask a leading question.
Okay, I stay a bag that I want,
Uh-huh.
and I go back next week and what? It's not there or something?
Right there. You never change your mind on an outfit or a piece of clothes or shoes or a bag, really?
Yeah, because it wasn't. Yeah, because it was not a priority.
No, but did you like it one day and you didn't like it the next week? I'm sure ladies went in stores and they like a dress and they're like, you know, me and I dress again. Really, that never happened. Ladies, stop them.
Not until you got it.
So, exactly.
Yeah, because most likely if you see it, you like it, you buy it.
Wait. Can we agree that women, you bought something to home and then they didn't like it after?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yes.
So that,
yes to that.
So
but it's no bound to be the same for a man.
Wait. You wanted something.
Mm-hmm.
You got it.
Mm-hmm.
You took it back home. And then what again?
Well, the beauty about that, Lion, we could take it back.
You can give back the man too.
Exactly. So that ain't no issue.
That's my point. So I'm saying, exactly as I've just controlled my whole vibration. Chica, tell me, defend the youths then, defend the women.
In the early first stage, yeah, if I met you 2-3 times, you know, in a couple of weeks,
right,
and I realized, yeah, he's not for me, then that's enough time to get rid of him and get someone else.
Nice. So that was based on what?
Hi, Kafir.
That was based on what? That was based on just it didn't really business, right?
But like you said, when we go through the what you might call it, the risk assessment.
Right? She using my terms. Go ahead.
When you go through the risk assess, I mean, you ain't gonna risk assess in one night. You know, you need you need a few times with him to figure it out, and you
good. Right, we're not any part of it too. Right. So it didn't work out because.
Yeah.
It's okay, ladies. You want to find that it's okay what Abby just said. She liked something, she took it home, she played with it a little bit, she find the toy really working there, and then she just threw it back into the sea. Is that okay? Question, and the way you give ladies stand to that question. Is that okay behavior?
As we had said, it have some persons that they may have been attracted. The first thing you're attracted to, you know, style. So you may say, okay, this person, you know, look good. It might have one of the, you know, qualities that you were looking for, and then over what maybe you might even have to take a whole week or 2 weeks to really realize, okay, this is not the man that I want, right? Because if it is you're like really observant and you're really engaging, like people, if it is a texting like, hi, what you doing? Everything is hi, what you doing? Way up to, and it have nothing coming after that, like Sonali said, you want some sort of intelligence. You want to be able to hold a conversation with the person and not feel bored.
Sense after the week. So is that okay? I just ask you.
Yeah, that's okay. It's not like it will make a commitment to the person.
That implies, ladies, all you listening. Sonali, is that okay? So Abby will agree that after she do she risk assessment, after she takes it or it takes it, right? And the risk assessment state within a week, right? So, Sonali, is that okay? Let's ask him. Sonali, is that okay? I just asked him.
I wouldn't say that's completely okay, honestly. Because first and foremost, that is a human being. It's not to say it's a piece of clothes or shoe or something. You can just say, here, look the receipt. Take it back. This is a human being that is dealing with.
Sonali, you know the rest. So, fellas, I want to understand.
No, but honestly.
Fellas and ladies and all who looking at this live, whenever they rerun it, whenever I think. Abby and Chica think that In a week, I find it if they really run into Hawaii.
So what are you going to do with it, Ryan? What are you going to do with it if it's not, if you don't fit? You're going to leave it there and pretend.
Because Abby and she calorie counting, the things. And Abby should have the calorie counting. If only interested in the video. Right. Abby, when you calorie counting, can be matched with Abby. Anyway. So when a man do that, why does it be an issue?
I don't have a problem if a man
No,
do that.
No. I ain't talking about you. I talking about generally because what it just validate to me that when
count me out that scale.
Wait. Abby and Chica say if you're finding a week 2 weeks if they working out after you take a little running. High and by. So why would a guy do that? It doesn't be understood like how you all made it to be honest.
Well, you see, I can't speak for nobody else, eh?
Yeah, but
right? I cannot speak for nobody else, and
hey, look at just now, we're not getting good. Look at here. Hey, my partner say, aye.
It's only been a week.
That is being used. Just now. Hold up. Let me make my statement here correct. Right? Get it right. That is correct. So just now, let me make my statement here. So, Lion, I know that they use clothes, and as Sonali rightly said, clothes to human is two different things. I think everybody know that. That is known. I mean, understandable. They wouldn't deal with that material thing. When they're talking about a human being, it is different. But the reality, I know. But I know.
Abby was talking to that guy. Abby, wait. Abby was talking to right? Don't try and that wrong defensive
No, I ain't even finished yet. So here's what I'm saying, right?
Man and woman. That's what we're talking about. What women want.
Right. So we're talking about what we want.
She said if the guy...
I know what Abby said.
Right. Continue.
I know what Abby said. So what I'm saying is, right, man or woman, we know what it is we want. And as I said, you might get a physical attraction to the person. You're not going in deep and saying, okay, first day tell the person, well, I want to be committed to you. So it's not if it is that week. You ain't use the person and getting to know the person. It's not like you're making a commitment to spend the rest of your life with the person in a week. That's what is called the process dating.
You wouldn't believe the kind of thing that's happening. I can tell you.
Well, I know it have a lot of things that's happening in a week. Some people they might have sex every day in that first week that they meet. They can get pregnant in the first week that they meet.
The interesting thing about measuring a certain type of situation, you can't measure it with time because those are you talk about isolated incidents. That you just date for a week and you realize that you go on. But not all scenarios happen as decent as you put it. It has people who marry for 20 years and divorce. It has sex children. It has all kind of... It would have been better
I didn't say no to that.
That's what I'm saying. So the topic is, as I asked, do you all want change over time? Because just as how short term, Abby could say if they're working, go away. Sometimes 10, 15 years, 20 years in that relationship, you want change. Right? So if you're starting off as saying you want this in a man, and I'll lean back to say being specific, right? That might lessen your risk management assessment. Because the more in-depth you get in the person or the ideal person you want in your circle, right? The chances of having a long-lasting relationship is better. But if when we ask women these type of questions and they just skim the surface, loyal, ambitious, yet what I'm trying to say is skimming the surface. You're not going into depth, not even the skin tone, the eye color, the mentality, the vision. You see, that is the reality. When anybody wants something, the basis of how you want it determines the outcome. Just like if somebody want to lose weight. If somebody want to lose weight and being tracking and training and being consistent and getting into the details, like the nitty-gritty, the fine print of everything, they are more successful in what they do. What women want, they know the things said. Abby, with so many things you know, place in the comment section.
Ryan, why we would get upset when a guy does that to us? Now, a guy would meet you one night, you would like him, his physical appearance is immaculate. I would be attracted to him, I would get to know him, and I get to realize his mental way of thinking is all wrong. What am I going to do with that? And all he wants is to get in and out the sack. That's it. So when he does it, then it's fine. But when we now want to look for someone to settle down with, and we have to go through the risk assessment, how is that being used? Or how we using them? I don't get it. Now I want to find someone who would fit me, who would willing to build with me. I want to find that one. So of course I'm going to do my risk assessment. If it takes 2 weeks, a month, and if that don't suit my package, then what I'm going to do with you? I'm just going to get rid of you. It makes sense. Same thing with a guy. If he only wants one thing from you, he's just going to jump in and jump out and find someone else. So what's the difference? I just use you mentally and he used me physically.
It could have a case where it is a man, just as we may say, okay, we're dating, and then we realize, okay, this business, it really wouldn't work out. It could have a man that really just wasn't in it for the sex, if you know what I mean. He could be checking out to see, okay, yes, I'm physically attracted. Okay, she seemed to be ambitious or whatever on the surface. So let me get to know her. And then he realized, okay, this wouldn't work, and he could end it, and that's quite okay. Just as, and yes, it is, we say honest, but honest for what? And do we really want honesty? Because sometimes we say we want honest, and then the man is very much honest, and then we don't like what it is he say. It come like women who might ask their significant other or anybody and say, how you find this dress looking on me? Or you like this shoes? How you find this looking? And then the man might say, that's not looking good. And then you find you are looking good. Right? So you are vexed because he was being honest with you, right? Or you want to check out your weight or whatever it is, and he's honest, but then you don't appreciate his honesty in that case. So then people might say, nah, why is he not emotional? He's not sensitive to my feelings. So yes, it is. We want honesty, but then we want them to be emotionally sensitive. So we have to really decide in that case what it is we really want. So I will say, Andy, I do not know about the being used. If it is the person coming and they created a picture, that's why we want to know if we really want honesty, ladies. Right? So if it is the man, no, all it is you want to hear is that you want to settle down. Because men know that's what the ladies want to hear. You want to settle down, you want commitment. He will come with that. But if it is the man actually comes and say, no, yeah, well, I really not on this marriage thing, this commitment thing. You have to decide. You already know what it is. You don't go into it and then get vexed with the man when he's not committed. You know what I mean? Sometimes we want to try to change. We can't change. Nobody can change us, and we can't change nobody. We have to decide, okay, this is the change that we want to make. So when it is the man upfront, honest, he can't get vexed after. And I think that is why men asking, what woman really want? And if it is a know what you want, don't go and dabble in something and you know that it's not what you want. So like for me, a big turn off is smoking. I know if I get in here and smoke, that I don't want it. Right? So on my list, I will have non-smoker. And somebody who does not gamble, or somebody who, I don't want an alcoholic. So it will have things on my, it's okay to have a little drink, but I don't want an alcoholic. Right? So when I say go a little deeper, yes, the man could be ambitious, he could be loyal, right? All of that. But then the man could be very abusive in some other form. You don't want a man who is abusive in no way. Not physically, not verbally, not emotionally, not financially. So when it is we want to get down, I understand why Lion say I'm talking about we want to have a righteous man, loyal, honest, loving, caring. I mean, all women want that. Right? And a man, he could be loving now and the next day he ain't so loving. So
Exactly.
I mean, so and it's the same with us too. When it is men asking for maybe, a woman with this particular thing, and then he get excited of it, it might be like, okay, this really wouldn't work. So and he's saying if a woman want change, they also need to change as well. Right?
If we build something, yeah, I would agree. But I mean, at the first date,
the truth is, over time, when it is we are getting more mature, as Sonali was saying, when you're getting, it has other things that you want to, separate, you may have a career change. It has certain things that you just meet. What are some of the changes you think, women over time as they mature? What are some of the changes you think women want in life? So, Sonali, what are some of the changes?
That's a whole can of worms there, because it could go so many different ways. Really and truly, career-wise, like certain health-wise, mentally, emotionally, some people spiritually, I guess. It could have so many changes. Even the type of people that they associate with, they would want a complete change and so forth, and make a whole 180.
Well, a 360.
A whole 360. But so many changes could happen as you mature. It depends on your level of maturity, I should say. It all depends on your level of maturity, your environment in which you're in, and so forth. I'm missing something with it, but it has so many things that could affect and cause change.
My darling, boy, you don't get involved with me and Abby when we do everything to it.
What?
Right?
And you're gonna get
I like to see points of view. I like to stir the pot. Right? Stir the pot causes things to come out. When you stir the pot, you get things coming to the surface. Yeah? Whether it be a man or woman, although it is what women want, I think women need to ask themselves, am I that woman? In the regards of, if you look in a particular thing, are you that woman to compliment that individual? Women need to be a little more honest with themselves. Not very much with the man anymore. Because if you want all these things, let's not call it out, right? Are you that woman for that man? A man who have ambition just work hard and a lot. His mind is be focused on the target at hand, especially if it's a business, whether it's now starting off, whether it's going good, whether it's going good, right? His mind, his focus, his energy, his time is going to be engrossed into that thing. If the thing making a lot of money for a lot of people and employing a lot of people, or it's now starting off, he is going to, his time, effort, energy is going to be deeply engrossed into that particular thing. So I heard you all say, you heard you all say, once he not to prioritize something, no. That is not, when a man's ready, I can tell you, I will tune out the world. I will tune out the world until I reach the target I'm looking for. And it have been 1,000 million times more driven than that. So if you want to be that particular woman in that kind of man's life, do you possess the qualities to be with a man? You know how much patience is that? You know how much is selflessness? Women, I realize our women have no selflessness in them. It's only me, I, and if I don't, and me, and if I, and he had to know. And he had to know if I want. You want to understand. that any super successful, medium successful, want to be successful man, starting our business, running our business, own our business, the business doing good, bad, indifferent. The type of woman that will have to be with our man is an exceptional woman. A kind of understanding that Granny have, not now. Because you have to understand, I will not get neglected. Because that man that I with, driven on a goal. And I had to have some understanding to know that, hey, if you need me, I hear you, but I understand what you're doing and why I'm not getting the attention I want. Are you that kind of woman?
And Lion, I wouldn't even call it being neglected because in that,
no,
I don't want to use the word neglect. I don't want to use the word neglect.
People be talking to you. You understand again. They're trying to lie. You understand? A big business call you. You and he talking all your me time. It's not like all the time, right? Me time. The man now kicking off the business. He trying to make a dollar sign because you like nice things. You see that's why man say it can't please all here. That's why men make these statements. And he get a phone call, yeah, boy, remember the deal we had to make things, they had to come down the road, because this man here, and we trying to get this running, boy, what you gonna do? You turn around watching the phone. Put on your phone!
And then after all them patience and understanding.
No, but what I'm saying is that if that is the man you want, that is the woman you need to become. You see, guys, you thinking that because you're saying something and you say this is what I want, you don't know that you need to become something. If you want to lose weight, you have to become somebody else. You have to change your lifestyle, change your habit, change what you're eating, change your timing, change. You have to become. If you want to make $1,000 more than what you make this month, you have to change what you become. You have to change this and change it. I can't go to bed so early because I had to go and do this. And I want to build this, so I had to sleep less. And I had to plan this. You have to change what you are. You have to become something else. That's the nice thing about human beings. We can change. But if you want a super successful, medium successful man, that driven at, you know, is the word ambition. You know what ambitious means? When you have an ambitious man, his time is taken up on whatever his ambition is. Chica.
Yeah, what it is I was really trying to say is that I understand if it is you want an ambitious man, like I really say, that's what I was saying earlier, when it is men who working offshore and working overtime and everything is running nice, you have to understand that he will not be there all the time. Say, want somebody that is supportive, somebody that is a woman that is also a visionary. A woman, okay, in no case, something falls short, it could be able to call upon that woman in the event. It's somebody that it could trust, somebody that, it could go to in the time of need. So when it is women want men who are ambitious and hardworking and very much driven, we have to understand that the time.
Sorry, I don't take back the offshore alone. It's anything that Yeah.
No, I know it's not. I know that I just throw it in, meaning that it will have time where the man is really not there with you physically, and sometimes even though he might be there with you physically, he may not be present with you. Let us say emotionally, then you might want a certain connection, but at that time he is so focused on the goal, as I said, he would not be. It's not that he's wanting to neglect you, because some women say, "He has no time with me,"
but he will not.
And use it in a way as if the man just really, they're saying it as if they're saying it as if the man neglecting them.
He will be right there.
Yeah.
And his mind will be 4 months into the future.
Yeah, and he's not there.
You're going to get, listen,
I understand that.
You have to understand that you're going to get neglected. Saying that he don't really want to neglect you, that is sugar-coated. He is going to get neglected. He is going to get put to the side. Because a man who have a vision and an ambition, he will prioritize. Remember, we don't do one thing at a time.
Then
And
why
you-
get into a relationship then?
Remember that what you want. Remember you want ambitious man. You gotta get a man with less ambition.
Now,
Yeah, I got
I'm
my
not going to
first
sit
bride.
there and allow him to be working
No,
24/7.
no,
I'm sitting
you
there
have to
waiting for the
change.
election.
No, you want to change what
Now,
you
I'm going
want
to
in
do
the
something to
relationship.
take my
That's the point, you know, Abby. You want to change what you want. That's why I say, don't ask for an ambitious man. Ask for a man who will cater to your needs. Like, you could put that in the atmosphere, you know. It have men like that. It have men like that. It have men will go to work. It have guys who not driven. They will go to work. They'll come home to you. And all they can have a white picket fence. It have guys living like that, you know. But you see, women prioritizing things that you're really ready for. You want a man that will go to work, come home and have the family scenario. And that is fine. I think that is the problem. Because Sonali said she want ambition, she got ambition, every girl on the block want ambitious man. But some women really you don't need an ambitious man. So you might say, in reality, you don't want a man who is driven like that. You want a man who will provide, go to work, come home and have a family. Sonali.
Okay. Well, while you was talking, what ran into my mind, honestly and truly, I don't mind, like you say, we having me time. We lie down there or so forth, and you got a call that is concerning work. I don't mind that. Go do what it is you have to do. I know for a fact I'm going to get neglected if it is you're that type of man. Honestly, I'm not going to sugarcoat that. I know that is what it is. But the only thing for me, what I would consider, just say, yeah, babe, they work. My home, I would adjust myself. All right, this is work time. Make some dollars, do some earnings, pay some bills. That's what it is.
You take long on your road.
Just drop it for me and say, yeah, baby, they work here. Hold on. That's all I want. I have no problem with that. But you see the sudden just answer and it's like, because you don't know. It could be work, it could be friends, it could be family, whoever. Just drop and say, yeah, it's work. That's all. Just say it's work. And I'm happy. Honestly, actually.
You know that you in your perfect world, right?
Yeah, it's my perfect world. It is my perfect world.
That's your perfect world. It's not going to happen just like what you say.
I know it wouldn't happen.
So,
I know
it's not going to happen. I like to be real as real could be. If you need a man that catering to you, doing what he's supposed to do as a man and catering to you, nothing is wrong with that. But women need to stop asking or looking for men that they do not equate to. That's what I'm saying. If you know exactly what you want, when you make a list to go in the grocery and you know exactly what you're going to buy, you need to know exactly what you want so you can know what they can live with, what they can't live with. You can't go into it and try to change your man, as Tika say. You can't change nobody. And if you know you need over 10, 15 years that you need your emotions catered to, get with a man who have less on the plate.
I don't know about
You
that.
dig?
But
I don't really mean my
The chicks, get with a guy that is less on your plate.
go to a job that he don't like and coming home and put all the stress on me. And no, sir.
Right?
I mean, it will have
I
men
know
who
something.
come home and
And
put
I know
a stress
something
on
too.
you.
You know
It will have men like that.
You know what going on in a company? Ambitious, good looking, sexy man. You know what I'm talking after, right? More females. So there's a next woman problem. If there's a woman and you want a guy that don't have a lot of heat on him, don't look for no hot man.
Or you ain't gonna look for no ugly thing.
Don't want to look for no when you're in problems. Because then I'm a point.
Hey, the
Lower your
man's
standards.
pocket looks nicer.
Lower
Some
your
people just
standards a
get
little
tired
bit.
for that.
Lower your standards a little bit.
Hence the reason why I'm not gonna focus on the physical things.
Right. Good. Right. But don't use words that really have a context where ambitious. I really neglect for that woman, boy, like pressure. Right? Better you say you want a man who balanced, and he said that he will go to work
and go vice versa.
And he will provide and be a good man. Nothing is wrong with that. But don't ask for ambition. Don't ask for that. Please, ladies. Because with ambitious men tend to follow a lot of ambitious women. I want you understand something. Ambitious men tend to draw a lot of ambitious women.
Is that so?
Because the woman ambition is to do with...
Yes, it is.
Ambitious man will draw ambitious women. If a man
think of it like honey drawing flies it.
If a man ambitious and he's moving forward, the man ambitious and moving forward. Yeah, I'm telling you, the woman ain't even know the man bank account. The man, he does literally draw women with ambition. So if guys,
any woman,
you don't understand what I'm saying.
Nope.
No.
Yes.
I can tell you.
No, Abby. No.
I telling you fact.
No.
I telling you fact. So Dali, I will tell you fact. Ambitious man, that energy, that point in the universe, if he generating certain type of girls that is of a lower standard, is because he want that. He choose that then. But he will draw his polarity always. Always. So when women get in cross, men are ask themselves if they are change your polarity. Because when men tell me, boy, I was with this girl and all she had no money and all she does do is ask me for things. I say, boy, I can't tell you for that, you know. Because most 99.99% of women who was around nothing like that. So don't know maybe I just jump at the women on them. But I'm saying you end up with that because that is your polarity. That is where you end up with. You attract yourself. And you say this?
I'm going to be ambitious because there's no way I'm going to lean on a man for everything. And then if it don't work out, I leave with nothing. I have to have clothes on my back that I pay for that you cannot take. I have to get mine. And I'm going to work for mine. You can't say I buy this.
Who is the person come up with that ladies night topic? Let me get serious now.
I just came up with the topic. Based on what it is the ladies were asking for.
What the ladies were asking for? I want some insight into this
They wanted to talk about things like, threesomes involving toys and the sexual relations, those things. So let's talk about our sexual fantasies.
Abby?
And Abby?
Abby?
Yes.
You have some sexual fantasies?
I wouldn't mind tying up a man and hanging him off the ceiling with a little whip.
Abby, what is wrong with you?
I don't mind doing that. Andy?
Hey!
So that is what well, I know other Caribbean women are sexual beings. They only have an excess there. Maybe only closer to the equator. Maybe others born closer to the equator. Certain topics that draw out certain people. You know what I mean? Yeah, so Abby had some sexual. Okay, good. So, Tomorrow night I'll be looking forward to listen.
You might learn something.
Nope, I comment my notebook. I believe in learning and never stop learning. What are you saying?
Something about you getting in trouble.
Well, okay. Anyway, no, I just saying, I mean, any good fruit, whether it be a man or a woman, does attract a lot of attention. Whether it be a female, whether it be a male and you have good substance, you're taking care of yourself, you're taking care of your mind, you will have that attraction. You can't get away from that. Whether it be a woman, which women get a lot of attention, or a male. You have to be a certain kind of man to get some attention. You can't, real women who on different ends of the spectrum will get real attention. Women is the one than men. You know what I mean? But, you know, it was nice, you know. It's nice, it was nice. So, I don't know what else. At least you want to hang you upside down. I want to hear.
I never said I wanna. I just called his name.
Here now. Bondage. Yeah. Why do women always want to tie up a man? Well, anyhow, I'll ask them questions.
Okay, what? We will leave the sexual fantasies for ladies' night at 7 p.m. tomorrow. So people make sure that you be there.
No, they are kind of feel how much you feel working, but tomorrow night them just talking about the sexual fantasy. So you go, the fellas gonna be all in tomorrow night. Interesting.
And the guys could also say what their sexual fantasies are. That's
Mom, it's easy. It's really easy for it's really easy to really how much.
Yeah, men don't really have nothing to make you wanna indulge anyway.
So the fantasy is only for the females.
Yes. I don't want to hear about no 6 and 7 some group or anything. I don't want to.
I mean,
it's me and me alone dealing with.
Have a good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.
We'll see you tomorrow at 7 p.m.